Well, Senate Bill 1599 passed after a couple hours of discussion with 17 yes votes and 13 no votes. Voters are going to be able to weigh in on the state's transportation funding on May 19th.
When you have a process, when you have a referendum process, you shouldn't change it on a whim at the last minute.
Senate Bill 1599, which would shift the referendum on last year's transportation funding bill from November to May, passed in a 17-13 vote Monday afternoon, despite many attempts to delay the vote.
Senator Brock Smith moves that consideration of Senate Bill 1599 be taken from its place on today's calendar and be placed on the March 8th calendar.
I move that Senate Bill 1599 be referred to the Committee on Rules.
I move that Senate Bill 1599 be referred to the Legislative Council Committee.
All those motions failing. Democrats say the sooner voters can weigh in, the better for the state's transportation funding.
The sooner that we in this governing body can get explicit direction from the public, the sooner that we in the legislature can get to work on the difficult task of finding a long-term solution that protects and preserves our existing public infrastructure.
Republicans argue the Democrats' push to speed up the vote to the primary election in May is just them playing politics.
We risk undermining processes that don't protect the voters if we undermine them, and we risk burdening political speech.
It tells the process of input by citizens you're no longer needed, you're no longer wanted, and the citizens are no longer heard.
Nearly 250,000 Oregonians signed a petition that explicitly said November 3rd was the election date. Now, Senate Bill 1599 seeks to break that contract.
ODOT has warned of a $242 million budget shortfall, which could lead to layoffs and service cuts. The referendum will decide whether to repeal increases in taxes and fees to fund transportation maintenance and operations.
Every single Oregonian who are eligible to vote will have the ability to vote this measure on May 19.
The bill now moves to the House of Representatives. The only Democrat to vote against the passage of it was Democrat Mark Meek. Back to you.
All right, Celine, thanks a lot.